tips for how can you sort of stop that from becoming sort of a tick box exercise? Your employees don't want to expect it, which you know something out once a quarter, and you know, I know what this is.
Well, really, I mean, one of the things that we do is we've got about 3,000 different templates, so we mix and match it.
Okay.
So if you look at what we will do, when I was saying about the baseline, when you do the first test, you can do a generic one, and it's normally something like IT go, log in here and change your username and password. But then what we do is we look at spearphishing. So you've obviously all heard about it. They're all fish related, so you've got phishing, spearphishing, whaling. You know, these are all different types that go on. So spearphishing is where you actually direct it to a certain department. So what we can do is provide customizable templates. So we'll look at your accounts department, we'll look at your HR. So HR will send the CV as a document that's got a jar wrapper in it. We'll look at sales and marketing, because they normally are soft underbelly because they like anything, which is why I use the head of business development as an example. But accounts, because of the spearphishing stuff and the CEO fraud going on, we can do specific stuff into accounts. And actually we'll change the timetable. But one of the things is, even if it is a tick box exercise, one of the things they're looking at is going, they won't know whether it's a real one or a dodgy one. So they won't know if it's coming from you or whether it's coming from the outside. So what it's actually done, it's achieved its aim because it's stopping them clicking on the link or stopping them opening the attachment. And if you empower them to have that knowledge and understand, make those decisions, so training them to see the red flags in an email, then it does become a day-to-day occurrence as well. And it's proven to work. I think if you look, when we initially start working with an organisation, between 20 and 25% of people will click on it. I have an example, I'll tell you about it in a minute, it's different. And 12 months later, once you continuously do it, it's down to around 1 to 2%. And that's controllable. And that 1 to 2% you can actually put into a different block and actually train them heavily, just keep shoving 45-minute training sessions, but they'll soon stop doing it. I had a healthcare organisation in East London, and they had a deal with the local Domino's. But if you're an employee of this healthcare organisation and you downloaded a Domino's pizza voucher, you get a free pizza. So that was the initial baseline phishing test. 95% clicked on it. But everyone knew that they had this deal with the local Domino's. So, you know, it's one of those things that they told me that in an open forum as well. So social engineering goes through. They'll find out these things and they'll just do it like that. So, but we can change it continuously. You can change the timescales. You can do one month and one another month. And even if they tell each other, they know it's coming, they just won't click on anything. We've also got a report button, so if they think it's a phishing email, they can report it, it can go somewhere, and then come back and say, well actually no, that is the CEO's wife and she does want the 25,000, so I suggest you pay it. So you know, there's lots of different things we can do to mix and match with customers.
And the point about that as well is, say something goes wrong and somebody clicks on it and there's a major incident, and then the regulator comes and says, did you provide training to the staff about this, which is sufficient